Hey you guys, today's Common Saturday video we're looking at this and what this has to do with martial arts. Okay, you may not think it has a lot to do with it, but it actually does. Okay, so we are looking at when you look at why people can't do well in any skill, whatever it may be, it's generally because they don't focus enough on the basics. All right, now with guitar, you got bar chords and finger exercises and things like that. Okay, and you need to do those things. In martial arts, you got footwork drills, you've got punching drills, kicking drills, or whatever, defensive drills. These things may be boring, whatever, may be repetitive. You make it sick of them, but if you want to be good at them, you've got to do it. Okay, if you want to be good in anything, you got to do the drills that other people don't want to do. People want to just jump to all the fun stuff right away. But when you look at any skill, the basics is the good stuff. Okay, so when you look at music, okay, and just like martial arts, okay, it's quality over quantity. Okay, you don't need to know 1,000 different scales. You don't need to know all these things. If you know them, that's fine, great. Okay, are you going to use them all the time? Probably not. But hey, it couldn't hurt to know them, I guess. All right, but the same thing in martial arts too. Okay, you don't need to know 10,000 different things. You need to know a few things, a handful of things, and know them well. Okay, a handful of principles and things like that. Okay, so if you look, you have the basic chords. Okay, now you need to understand the order of the scale of the notes here. Okay, so like A sharp, B, C sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E, and then F sharp, G sharp. Okay, so B and E don't have a sharp. Okay, and if you and so that's your basic notes, and then you get your basic scale. All right, which is the major scale. Okay, and so all everything you do is really based around that. You've got different types of scales, things like that, but it all comes from there. Okay, so we talk about, like, Wing Chun, for example. Okay, you got three C's. Okay, you got Bong Sao, Tan Sao, Fuk Sao. Okay, everything comes from there. All right, and you got all these different things, but you see, you don't need 10,000 different things. Okay, you look at Bagua. Right, okay, you've got the circle walking, the one-step method, the two-step method, things like that. Okay, and you've got your basic punches, your basic kicks. Right, you got your basic defenses. Right, your slips, your rolls. Okay, your laybacks, your ducks. Okay, your basic parries. Okay, you don't need to know 10,000 things. You need to know a few principles. Okay, well, the main principles in central line boxing, we say close a distance, take an angle, and fuck them up. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, so you need to know a few basic principles and things in order to make this stuff work. Okay, so when you look at a guitar for that, okay, so you got the basic chord. Okay, so that's like a 1-4-5 progression, which you've heard thousands of times. Okay, then you can dress it up. How about this? See, so then I added a sixth to it. Like the first one is called an E5. There's an E6. I got another one for you, E7. Okay, so see, we're still doing the basic same thing, but we're just dressing up a little bit. Okay, so look at the punch. All right, you got your straight vertical punch, diagonal, horizontal, inverted, right? Still a punch. Okay, still a straight punch. Okay, okay, and then you got your basic finger exercises. Okay, so here we go. So like footwork drills, over and over again. Forwards, backwards, side step, side step. Okay. See, I'm doing this alternate picking. Okay, so that. And then I got my scale, which here's a blue scale. See, so and that scale. Now you see how many notes are there, right? There's five notes in the scale, and you do it twice, right? Because you got two octaves here. There's one. Okay, and here there's a second one. Okay, so so that's it. Now out of that may not be a lot of notes, but let's see. All right, and all that came from those notes. Okay, but of course, like did all kinds of other tricks and bends and things like that. Okay, but you get the idea. Okay, you don't need a lot of material. You don't need a lot of techniques in order to make music, in order to fight. Okay, you need to know a few things on a basic level. Okay, now on a few basic things on an advanced level, I should say. Okay, another thing too. Now you look at strategies. Okay, now if you're fighting, okay, sometimes you want to establish a rhythm, and then you want to break the rhythm. Okay, so sometimes you might go punch, 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 hook, punch, 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 kick, something like that. Okay, because human beings naturally look for patterns and rhythms. Okay, so you'll see something. Someone will do a technique 3 times. You'll block it, block, block, block. The third or fourth time, someone else comes in, but you're still blocking. Okay, so you get them. Okay, so here, look. You see that? I establish a rhythm. You see, so when I sometimes when you're playing and you're improvising, you're not sure what to do. So you may do something like that, or just did, and then break it up with a bend or something like that. Okay, so that's another example of how you can kind of and same thing. Okay, in fighting, if maybe you don't know what to do, maybe someone is very elusive, maybe someone's very aggressive. Okay, so you know what? Throw out your lead hand, throw it out, throw it. You don't know what to do, throw it out. Establish a rhythm. Okay, get the person to react to you. Okay, and then do something. Okay, you may not. Things may not come to you immediately. Okay, there's a story about how Wang Shenlong, Wing Chun master, was in a restaurant. Someone said, "Well, hey, Sifu, if I throw a punch at you, like an overhand swing or something, what are you gonna do?" And he said, "Well, I don't really know. Let's go outside and find out." Right? Of course, he didn't want to do it. But you see, it's hard to know what you're going to do until the situation presents itself. Okay, now if I'm playing lead guitar, I don't know what I'm going to do until I hear the rhythm. I need to hear what the drummer's doing. I need to hear what the bass player's doing, what the rhythm guitarist is doing, or keyboardist or whatever. I need to hear what they're doing, and then I can do something. Okay, and if they're what if they're playing reggae? Okay, well, I can't do metal with some of that. So it wouldn't work really. Okay, I need to change. But the thing is though, that there's a very good chance I might still be playing the same notes though, major or minor scale, whatever. But it's going to be the same idea. All right. But I'm changing how I do it in order to fit, what's being given to me. Okay. Well, your opponent is giving you something. Okay. You're playing a game. You're playing a game, or you're writing a song. Okay. You're playing music. Okay. On the opponent's face. Okay. So you're writing a song. You're playing music, and what the opponent gives you, you give back to them accordingly. All right. So if I'm hearing a really slow. Look at those. They're pretty different, right? Okay, you're not gonna. If you hear that, you're gonna have to respond to it, right? And do something else. Okay. Same thing with fighting. Okay. So all right. So I always felt that guitar and music in general is a good way to kind of illustrate some of these concepts. All right. People don't and I found that. They help each other. I found that my music helps martial arts and vice versa. Okay, and sometimes people think I'm a little bit nuts, but hopefully this kind of explains to you and shows you how it can help. Okay, sounds a little funny maybe. That like when the video started, you saw this like what's that for? Okay, but now you know. Okay, there is a method to the madness. Okay. Okay, that's it. All right. Okay. Okay. That's the video for today. Any questions, as always, let me know. I'm gonna have the link for the Central Line boxing course in the comments and description. Okay. Um, Let me know any questions. I'll be back next week with more conventional drills, that kind of stuff. But I really wanted to get this out there just to show you, you know, people always like to make things complicated. There's a principle called Occam's razor where you cut away all the bullshit and you say that the simplest answer is the correct one. Okay? Well, this is a simple answer. Stick to the basics, okay? And you know, you go with your opponent, okay? Or in music, I go with what I hear. Okay? I need to feel it. Okay? And if I have some guy who's like pounding the drums, boom, 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 then I'm gonna have to play something heavier. But I hear, then I'll go later. Okay, depends on what's going on. Okay, you're not always gonna do the same thing. All right, you have to be adaptable. Okay, so anyways, hope that helps. Hey, see you guys soon.